This tutorial is going to teach you how to do the form still life in Pixlr. So I'm going to show you how to draw your sphere, your cube, and your cylinder, add a background, and turn it in. So Pixlr, Advanced Pixlr E is always the one we want to use. Create new, full HD size works, call it form still life, okay? Click create. Then first things first, we are going to start off with our circle. So make a new layer to begin with, empty, okay? Then your swatch colors down here, you're going to double click on them and you're just gonna choose your color that you're gonna make your sphere. So I'm gonna make it just a nice pure blue. And then using my shape tool, I'm gonna grab the circle, click and drag, and we have a circle. Now we need to give it form. We give things form by adding in, highlights and shadows to give the illusion of that shape to it, that form. So we are going to use the wand select, making sure you're still on the layer that has your sphere. You're gonna click it so that it selects. Then you're gonna make this bottom swatch here black. Then you're gonna use the gradient tool right here. You're gonna make it radial. Click that there, and then just somewhere over here, the top left, click and drag, and then let go. You have a round sphere. Select, deselect, and then I'm just gonna move it out of the way while we work on our cube and our cylinder. Our cube and our cylinder take several more steps to complete, so please pause the video as many times as you need in order to kind of review what I've said and try it in another tab, right? Like have my video open in one tab and have Pixlr open in the other so you can go back and forth. So our cube, we make a new layer, empty, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it this blue, but I'm going to make both swatches that same blue, like so, okay? And then I'm going to use the shape tool, okay? Grab the rectangle tool and, you make yourself a square. All right. And you're gonna draw you're gonna draw the side now. So we're gonna do a new layer, empty, okay? You are going to make both of these swatches a darker version of the color you're using. So I'm just gonna make it both a darker blue for now. Okay. And then again, using the shape tool, I'm on a fresh layer, using the shape, the rectangle. I'm gonna click and drag, and you don't want it to be like way bigger, maybe something like this will work. Okay. Then making sure you're still on this side layer, you do edit, free distort, click on that. You'll see these four kind of points appear, and you're just gonna pull down the top and then that bottom. So you see that perspective change? Get it as straight as you can. There you go. And then you have I press enter on the keyboard, and then you have the side of your cube. Now we are going to add a gradient to both of our sides to make it more convincing, because right now it looks pretty flat compared to our sphere, right? So I am going to start off with the side. So I'm gonna click back on my side layer. You can also select it within the layers panel as well. You're then going to change your gradient, right? So you are going to double click on that bottom swatch. You're gonna make it black. Okay, see that? Like so. Using the gradient, see that preview up there? We want it to be linear. And then use your magic wand, your wand select the side, again, making sure you're on the appropriate layer, re-grab that gradient, any ads that pop up, get rid of them, and you're just gonna click and drag. You want the darker side to be to the right, lighter side to the left. All right, so that's that. Then we're gonna go back to the face of our cube right here. Okay, make sure you're selected on that. Then we're going to adjust our gradient here. So you are going to double click. You're gonna see how it's remembering the last few colors I did? I'm gonna make that top swatch that brightest blue we were using. Okay, and then I'm going to change this black one to that darker blue. See that? Now again, you don't have to make it blue. It's just, just remember kind of the tone differences when you're working. So selecting again on the layer that has the face of your cube, you're going to use the magic wand, select that face, use the gradient, click and drag, and it just adds a little bit of shadow there. Okay. So now it's on 2 layers, right? So we're definitely going to want to glue our cube together. So click on your top layer here. Click on these 3 buttons here. You see this merge down? I'm just going to click that. And that merges those 2. Select, deselect, get rid of that. So then these 2 are connected now, like so. Okay, so there's our cube. Last but not least, we're going to do our cylinder. Okay, so new layer, empty. You can make all of these shapes different colors if you want. I'm just doing them all blue for the purpose of the demo. So new layer's made. You click the little plus. I'm going to make both of these swatches that bright blue. Okay. Then I'm going to use the shape tool. I'm going to draw a rectangle. Like so. Okay. Then you're going to do a new layer, empty, because you need to do the round top and the round bottom. So now we're going to go to our swatch, go to our shape tool right here. Leaving it the same color, using the circle, you're going to click and drag and kind of line it up to fit the top. Okay. New layer, empty, same idea. You're using the circle in the same color, and you're going to do your best. You see how I didn't draw that quite accurate? I can just use the arrange tool and just kind of move it up and make it smaller if I need to. Just adjust. Okay. All right, so now you're going to glue these 3 things together. So we need to glue together the 2 circles we made and the rectangle, right? So what you're going to do is on that top layer, you're going to click the 3 dots and click merge down. And then do it one more time. On that top layer, click the 3 dots, and then click this button, merge down. So now this is all one thing. Now let's apply our gradient. So you're going to use the wand tool, select that whole shape that you made. Come over here, make this bottom swatch black. Okay. Using the gradient, keeping it linear, click and drag left to right there. And there you go. So now we have our 3 forms. So I'm just going to move them down. The last thing I'm going to show you is adding in your background and adding in your shadows. So arrange them as you want. Doesn't have to be in this order. It's up to you. You can make them, really depends on the sizes you want. I'm just going to go with this. Okay, background. New layer, empty. You're going to make both of these swatches, the back one black, the top one white, using the gradient again, keeping it linear. Actually, no, make it radial. Radial is going to look better. Okay, radial. Click and drag from the left down to the bottom. Let go. Then you're going to move this layer to the bottom. So click and drag it. You may have to do it in a few stages. Click and drag it till it's under all your forms. Okay? And you can readjust your gradient if I don't really like exactly how that came out, so I'm just going to do it again. So I'm going to maybe a shorter drag. Maybe move it over here. You can also, again, if you like linear, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. You can do that too. I just kind of like the way radial looks. Okay. Now, shadows, then you're done. So you're going to be still selected on your background layer, like so. And then you're going to use a tool you haven't used before, probably, the dodge and the burn tool. So we're going to click on that. It's this. We're going to darken and then leave the midtones there. The brush size, I like to make it bigger. See that? That's the brush size. See that big circle? That's a little bit too big, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit smaller than that. Maybe somewhere around 150. Yeah. Strength is fine. Let's see. So we're darkening the midtones on our background, meaning I'll do it on the circle first. See that? See that shadow that's happening? So go slow. Do a little click and drags until you have your cast shadow. That's what this is called. It's a shadow cast by the form here. So I'm going to just add it in. Remember, our light is coming from our top left, so that means the shadows are going to be going to the right. Okay. Try to follow the shape of the bottom of your form, and then just kind of pull the shadow out to the right. Okay. Then that's it. You're done. Here's your form still life. When you're done, file, save. Form still life. It can be a JPEG or a PNG, up to you. Click download. It will be in your downloads folder or your recent folder on your Chromebook. Then you go to Google Classroom and you turn it in under the assignment. Okay, you're going to upload the file. If you have any questions, let me know. Reach out in an email. I'm available for you.